Gotta feed myself before I go upstairs for my appointment. I think I've ever been here this early for breakfast. Usually I have afternoon appointments, so potatoes, sausage, bacon, and eggs. Baby gotta eat before he get checked. My home away from home. Sitting here waiting on the doctor to come in. Today's artwork is trees and stuff with the butterflies. So it's the next day. I forgot to add my commentary after the appointment, but let me start out by saying everything went good. Um, what you call it? So I don't think I mentioned in the previous clip that my OB is on vacation, so I had to see one of her colleagues, which I have seen her uh, before. She was actually the doctor who discharged me both times with from the hospital from with having Deuce and Janelle. So she was like my discharge physician. So I've met her, very nice lady, cool. But I've never had to have an exam from her because, you know, when you're getting discharged, they're not going up there and checking you and stuff. I mean, they might push down in your stomach to make sure you're good and, you know, asking you a whole bunch of questions to make sure that you straight and all of that, but not a physical exam. So this is the first time I've seen her for an appointment. So, you know, everything was going good and all of that stuff. And then it was time for the exam. And baby, she was rough. Like, so I've had the same OB since I've been old enough to have a gynecologist. And my OB is a little rough too, just a little. So I'm thinking, okay, that's just the nature of their job. They gotta, you know, get in there and make sure that they, you know, giving you a thorough exam and all of that stuff. But baby, this doctor, she is the rough. I was clenching my pearls. I'm like, can we have dinner the way you checking me? I mean, can we talk first and get to know each other? Woo. So, you know, I'm glad she, you know, like I like her as a person, but I'm glad she not my regular OB. Ooh, Lord, I'd be violated every time I have an exam with her. So my OB is she'll be back, and then I don't know whether my OB is going on another vacation or she has like conferences and stuff like that. But there's 2 more visits in June where I have to see this doctor. So like April and May, I have to go to the doctor twice a month, and then in June I'll be going every single week. So there's 2 weeks in June. I think the first 2 weeks in June, my doctor's not there, so I have to see her. And I'm like, shoot, well, how rough she is, she gonna mess around and put me in labor. I'm gonna mess around and have this baby early the way she examined folks. But I do that to joke, but she was a little rough though. But all is well. I had to get more blood work done. At this stage of pregnancy, they test you for um, HIV, of course, with your consent, but they test you for HIV and sexually transmitted diseases. And then for me, I also had to get a CBC, which is a complete blood count, and I had to get my iron levels tested. So, um, yeah, waiting to hear back about those because if my iron levels are not the way that they want them to be, then I'll be adding to that little pile over there of medicine. That is my daily aspirin that I take and my prenatal vitamin. So if the doctor does not like where my iron levels are, then I will be adding an iron pill. Whoopee. And then the downfall of taking an iron pill is iron pills can make you constipated. So if that happens to me, then I'll probably be adding a stool softener. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? Anything for my boy, though. I should have did a before video, but of course when you have kids you can't do everything that you want to do. But I had two big old bushes sitting right here. Finally got them removed and dug out. Got the gutters cleaned for the season. They were pretty bad, they said. And then apparently I have gutters on my garage, so they are cleaning my gutters on the garage too. Next project, this one is a pretty thick one. This one is I'm gonna have this one cut and dug up next. So as you can see, that big bush is now gone. I don't know what the previous seller had with an infatuation with rocks or whatever, but now the project is going to be to get all of these rocks up and get rid of them, and then put seed down and aerate the grass so it actually looks like something. I'm actually going to keep those rocks, but just make it look better, because Jordan can go pee there. I've been told by a couple people that you want the dog to pee on rocks. That way they don't discolor your grass. So that was done. Like I showed you before, those bushes are gone. And then there's one in the backyard that we got rid of that now we can aerate and fertilize and seed and everything. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I have been working from home today. This afternoon is going to be action-packed with lots of fun in air quotes. First on my list is I need to go to Deuce's school. I believe it's Thursday. That is Administrative Professionals Day. And since this is the only day that I am working from home, I'm going to drop off a small gift for the secretary of Deuce's school. She is so amazing. Communicates whenever there is something going on. You know, with the school, we have this online platform, so she's very open with her communication with regards to what's going on. And then on a more personal note, Deuce, I think this was maybe like a month or so ago, Deuce decided he wanted to be a superhero. And when he was getting off the bus, he jumped off the bus and he said, "I'm a superhero." Jumped off the bus, fell, and scratched up his nose really bad. So the teacher, she did message me and let me know, that he injured himself and what happened, and, that he was okay. He wasn't crying or like bleeding profusely and all of that stuff. But the secretary, she went above and beyond, and she FaceTimed me from the office so that I could see for myself, because I was at work panicking, like, oh my God, what's going on? Do I need to leave work? So she's been absolutely amazing from day one, even before Deuce started, when we were doing the registration and all of that stuff. So I'm going to drop off a little small token for her. And like I said, it's not Administrative Professionals Day is not until Thursday, but this is the only day that I'll be in the area during school hours. So I have to do that. Then I have to go get Janelle from daycare early because she has a doctor's appointment, one that I feel is a complete waste of time. So for months, Janelle and Deuce have the same pediatrician. The pediatrician has been saying that, oh, Janelle's head size is bigger than most kids her age. And I'm like, do you see the head circumference here? Do you see the head circumference on her dad? We just got big heads. Deuce's head was the exact same size as Janelle's, and it's still a little big, but he grew into it. But for some reason with Janelle, she just will not let it go. So she wants Janelle to see a neurologist. So to show you how mild this appointment is, it's not even with an actual neurologist, it's with an APN. So I think they're supposed to like ask questions and measure her head and this, that, and the other. And hopefully all will be done with regards to this saga. Because What gets me is I could see them being concerned if her hair was really big and then it was like weird shaped or something like that, and then her development wasn't on target. The girl just turned 2 last month. She is saying ABCs, she's saying her numbers, she is saying other words, she is saying people's names. So no one, the pediatrician, nor Jeremy and I, have any concerns with regards to her development. But I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna be a good parent, and I'm gonna go to this appointment. So I gotta deal with that. Janelle wants no parts of doctor's visits. So this is gonna be fun because it is just me. Jeremy is at work. He couldn't take off work today. Then the worst part of it is um, Janelle has to get her blood drawn. So when she went for her 2-year-old checkup, she was supposed to get her blood drawn then. And I'm hoping this tech is not here today, but whoever this technician was that was here today did not know what they were doing. There were 2 kids. Sorry, important phone call came through. So there were, the day that Janelle had her 2-year-old checkup, there were 2 kids in the lab in front of her. And we had to have waited at least like an hour and a half for her to get her blood drawn. And both kids that were in front of Janelle had to get stuck multiple times to get their blood drawn. And I'm like, it should not take, I know, don't get me wrong, I know kids are a hard stick and, sometimes they wiggling and moving. But come on now, it should not take that long to, for kids to get drawn. So it's finally Janelle's turn. It's the same thing. The lady tries to stick her once. She can't get it. Janelle is already irritated and over being at the doctor because we done been at the doctor for a while and all of that stuff. And then the lady is like, well, I'm going to need to stick her again. At this point, I'm like, nope, you're not sticking my baby again. She already irritated. She's already tired and grumpy. We just going to try this again a different time. So the tech was like, well, I can call somebody else up here, but I don't know how long it's going to be. Lady, we've been waiting an hour and a half already. She just not going to get her blood drawn today. So I had messaged her, the pediatrician, let her know what was going on. And I was just like, the next time that we up at the doctor's office, we'll get it drawn in. But the downfall is today is the next time that the next time I'll have Janelle there. And again, Jeremy is not here. Jeremy is my husband. I give it to him. He is the go-to person when it comes to shots and blood draws for the kids. I don't do it. I'll do the paperwork. I'll do the questions. I even do the visits. The visits are a little rough, but I'll do them. But them shots and them blood draws, that's all that. So it's gonna be rough that he's not here. I gotta pack some bribery items because she finna be in her feelings. So got those 2 things to do with her. And then I've got my OB appointment. I've said it a couple times that now I'm going every 2 weeks to see the doctor. You'll see in the previous clips that I went 2 weeks ago. So this makes the second visit for April. Then I got 2 visits in May, and then I'll have 4 visits in June, leading up to delivery day. So busy afternoon. I will get clips of what I can. It's kind of hard with certain doctors' offices don't want you to record and stuff like that. If not, I'll come back and tell you how everything went. And then plus I'm gonna have Janelle, so I will record what I can. She is finally asleep, y'all. Dear God. She has been a tiny terror this afternoon. much later in the evening, all appointments went well. Janelle's appointment, like I said, was a waste of time, but I followed instructions and I went. They asked all those questions, and they're like, oh, well, her development is way above what it should be for a 2-year-old. Like I said, the girl know everything between myself and Jeremy and Veronica and Kayla at daycare. We not playing about that girl. So she knows all of her stuff. She was running around the office, doing everything that she asked. So basically, in a nutshell, they told us if for some reason her development regressed, let them know, and then they would do an MRI. We're not going to speak that. My baby is just fine, just with a larger head, just like her mama and her daddy and her brother. She got a blood drawn. Thank God. Now, I got blood drawn 2 weeks ago. And if y'all saw in the clip, I was like, I'm never there in the morning. I usually always get the evening appointments with my doctor. And the same tech that was there to draw my blood 2 weeks ago was the same one that was over on the peds side drawing blood. I said, look at God. She look at your veins one good time, boop, boop, and get you done. She was able to get your nail done with no problems. And then my appointment went good. You all got to hear the heartbeat. Everything is going well. She is glad about my blood pressure. I got the Tdap booster, which they recommend for pregnant women so that you can pass off some of those antibodies to the baby so that the baby doesn't get whooping cough. She's happy with everything. So I am I'm in the 30 week club now. So it is very soon, anywhere between 8 to 10 weeks, depending on when baby boy wants to come. And it is getting close. I'm getting to that point where I need to start organizing, all type of stuff and really getting the house ready. So that's going to be happening over the next few weeks before I feel like I already feel like I'm big as a whale. But if I feel like a beluga whale or something like that, I need to hurry up and get this stuff done. Probably going to have my nieces come over and help me get a lot of stuff done too, on top of the stuff that Jeremy needs to do with putting some equipment together. But just wanted to come out and close the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, make sure to like this video. Leave me a comment down below, whether it be about pregnancy, about Janelle's appointment, about the lawn care and getting your lawn ready for spring. And make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. It really helps. Again, I'm on the road to 1K. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.